Hello, how are you all doing? I'm Garland Trice. I'm the founder of Bruce. I'm here today with my advisor. Her name's Sarah Marilyn Barrick. She is the head of growth at Trovio. She's also a former founder. I've been learning a ton from her. You all are in for a treat. How are you doing today, Sarah?
I am doing great. How are you, Garland?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it. I'm loving what you're about to talk about, what you have in store for us. You always are teaching me such cool tricks and things like that. I'm going to ask you a few questions so that people can pick those up at the end. But yeah, I'm ready to get into it.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to talk about Bruce. One of the reasons I was really excited to work with Garland on Bruce is that this is a tool that marketing teams need across the board, no matter what industry, vertical, or really role on a social media team that you have. This is really critical. And we all should be embracing AI tools. So I want to get in here and show you how it works. Ultimately, Bruce is a great way to just accelerate everything you're doing on social media. The thing that most startup teams do is create blocks of content that they can stand on that represent their brand. And it can be really challenging to keep up with the fast pace of social media and stay consistent. And one of the primary ways that the big dogs do it is by repurposing content. So if you're a personal brand, you're already creating long form content, you're making videos, you could be writing blogs, but how do you actually get mileage out of that? You can break them up into multiple social media posts and spread them across your channels. The challenge with this is that it's a time-consuming process. You put all this work in to create a podcast or a video or a blog, and then it just becomes very rote and time-consuming to repurpose that across platforms and make sure it's all very tailored to each platform. And ultimately, that long-form content never gets the shine that it deserves. Teams end up getting burnt out because, let's face it, you're probably understaffed. Nobody wants huge marketing teams. That's why we're leaning into these AI tools. And oftentimes you get inconsistent results, and it's hard to know what is even working when you're doing content on social media. So Bruce, as the social media manager in a box, helps you with all of the rote tasks that you shouldn't really be doing in the first place anyways. So you should be focusing on creativity and creating that rich long form content. And then tools like Bruce just help you chop that up and repurpose it and make it ready to schedule on social platforms really quickly. Repurposing long-form content into social snippets generally looks like blog articles and long videos. So think about if you have any content already that you're sitting on, maybe archival content even, or content that you're looking to create. You want to create it in a long-form format first, because then it's really easy to chop up, right? So this is Bruce's superpower, is taking that rich long-form content that you worked really hard to make really perfect and get your messaging right and everything is great. It's been edited and approved and all that. Bruce helps you get it ready for prime time across all of your social media channels. The way that it does this is it'll first give you a ton of templates that you can customize, by the way, but it just comes with a ton of templates that you can select. So for any individual piece of long form content, or campaign, as they call it in Bruce, you can select whatever kind of templates are going to work. You can tweak them a little bit, but basically instead of starting from scratch in Canva and trying to pick out a bunch of templates and try them out, you get them all at a bird's eye view, automatically suggested to you in Bruce. And it's going to plug all of your content, your copy, and your images right in there for you. So you just pick out some templates that you like, and it's going to make a slate for you, right? So automatically, over using Canva, you're saving hours of work here. Then you can get captions generated for those posts that are tailored in your brand voice. So that's the other cool thing, is you can spend time in ChatGPT creating your captions, but ultimately then you have to copy and paste them. You've got to tweak them, versus using Bruce. It appears right there in your little captions box, and you're able to edit it right there at the point of creation and scheduling. So all these different tools that you're starting to use in your workflow, you can see how they're being collapsed as you're using Bruce. It's like this one-stop shop, okay? And then automating the scheduling. This is basically table stakes. We all use social media schedulers, but with Bruce, you don't have to export your posts and schedule them somewhere else. You can do the whole scheduling thing right there. So you can literally go from, hey, this is the piece of long form content that I want to share on my social media channels, to generating the templates, tweaking the templates, getting the copy generated, tweaking the copy, and scheduling it right there. I literally just did this, and it took less than 2 minutes to do the whole thing. So when you extrapolate this over time, this becomes a game changer. I mean, people who use Bruce are saving 80% of their time, which if you're a one-person show managing social media, your time is incredibly valuable. And you probably aren't even getting to all the things that you could be doing because you don't have the time. And it enables you to just pump out way more content. That one piece of long-form content can be multiple posts spread all across different channels. And so you're taking one post and you're making it into 5 or 10 posts within minutes. And this helps you ultimately stay consistent, because we all know, and what I've seen time and time again with startup founders, with brand teams, with multiple people on them, the ultimate secret to success, it's great to go viral, and that's one thing I specialize in. But if you want to really grow and capture organic growth, you have to be consistent, and that's really hard. So using tools like Bruce actually help you maintain. If you can stay on a platform and post consistently for 60 to 90 days, and it's this rich long form content that you are really spending time on getting right, that you're going to be growing if you can commit to that consistency. We all know that's the hardest part, and that's where Bruce helps you.
All right. So we got a few questions here. What matters the most in the first 30 days starting out?
In the first 30 days starting out, you really want to make sure that your messaging is on point, that you know in yourself, whether you're a company, a personal brand, or whatever you've got these social media accounts for, you have to know what you stand for and what you're trying to communicate. What do people want to associate with you? Is it like humor, thought leadership? You know, what kind of topics do they expect you to talk about? You need to know that going in, because ultimately that's the seed for success with being consistent. Is you know what your audience is supposed to expect from you, and you know what kind of content you're going to be creating day to day. If you set out and you're like, I want to be a tech thought leader, you know this is what you need to be creating content around. If you don't know what you stand for and what you're getting on social media for, that becomes really hard and really confusing, and ultimately makes it harder to get things off the ground.
Absolutely. So like strategy, just kind of like sitting down, taking the time before you get started, kind of lining up what you want to do. Like what do you want to be on social? That makes sense.
Yeah. And even like go to ChatGPT, and you can brain dump into ChatGPT and be like, what are the 5 key narratives that I should be conveying in my content? These can become your content pillars, by the way.
Yes.
Right. So you can use AI even in that way of just like brain dump into ChatGPT and be like, these are all the things that like I am about, and just like, but get it down into those like 3 to 5 bullet points. Like these are the key messages. Like if you're a parenting influencer, if you're a realtor, like people need to know, do you sell like everyman homes? Where do you sell your homes at? Are they like super luxe homes? Like all of your content should convey like these key things that you stand for. And so whether you know that already, or you need to use a tool like ChatGPT to help refine it, get those bullet points. Because if you have those bullet points, then you can just pick one, create content, pick another, create content.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great segue. You've been giving me super cool ways to use AI. What are your thoughts on AI and growth marketing, and how can people use it effectively?
Ultimately, if you're not using it, you're going to fall behind in the talent pool. I have seen it already, even though like first it was a lot of text-based AI, and now we're getting into the age of like creative Gen AI with images and video and all this type of stuff, and even like digital twins of people. Like I can go and get like an AI visual version of me. I can give it a typed script, and it can emulate my voice and my demeanor and be creating like short form video content for me. Like this is where we're at. Ultimately, companies do not want to spend a lot of money on resourcing. And if you work in marketing already, you already know this. Like marketing, when there's layoffs happening, marketing is the first to go. It's just one of those things where, you know, you need to tighten the belt. Marketing is one of those areas that is hardest hit. And so the employees and people who use AI, the contractors who use AI, if you have an agency and you're not using AI, you're going to lose to an agency who is, right? So just on that competitiveness basis, but also you want your job to be easier. Even if you're not in marketing and you're just working in corporate, you still want to use AI tools, because you're just able to spend more time doing the things you want to do and less time doing boring tasks. So social media can be like a soul-sucking job if you just like consider like just covering all the bases, especially if you're a one-woman show, one-person show, or you just have a small team. Like a graphic designer is not the same as a video editor. It's not the same as a copywriter. It's not the same as a strategist, right? And so if you're having to do all of these roles yourself, you're going to get burnout. Your job, you're not going to have as much fun. But if you're able to use tools like AI, your job can just be more fun, right? So keep yourself competitive and help yourself have more fun doing this. Independent business owners all the time when I work with them, social media just feels like it's like you see the life drain out of them when they think about it, because they know they need to do it. They don't have the expertise, and they're just like, oh, it seems like such a big mountain to climb. Use AI tools, because that mountain becomes not very hard to climb at all. It becomes more like a speed hump.
I 100% agree. Like AI is relatively new to everyone. Like this industry is impacting all of us. Everyone needs to take the time and block an hour a week, or what, take a little small sliver of time, try something new. Like figure out what you like. That's kind of how I've been dealing with it. Like you've been showing me a ton of tools. Some are great, some a little confusing. I need to spend a little bit more time with. But doing that work, everyone needs to do that work. Everyone's doing that work right now in these industries. AI is super new to everyone. ChatGPT dropped the same day for everybody. You're not behind. You have an opportunity to jump on, learn how to do it, and get a big step ahead. Take a huge leap ahead of the competition if you just start looking at it now. So check it out. I 100% agree. All right, final question before we go into like a demo. I wanted to know, like, got you here now. What are the big players doing? The startups, the larger companies, what are they doing that the little guys, little orgs, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, what are they doing that we can actually use and leverage in our businesses to kind of like start, moving the needle in marketing?
Well, they're using AI, but one of the like core things that I see big companies do that is leading to success, honestly, it really drives results, and it's easy for people to track the results, is repurposing long form content. A company, they are only going to run a certain amount of campaigns a year, right? Like what big companies do is they have to resource and they have to plan. So there's only a certain amount of campaigns that are going to happen in a calendar year at a big company. And so they'll align like this quarter, there's going to be X amount of campaigns, like maybe a weekly campaign if they're one of those like high, pressure companies, but usually it's just going to be a few campaigns per quarter that, a handful at most that companies are doing. And so you're creating big, rich content, like, hero content for each campaign, and then how they promote and market the campaign is what really matters. And so if you're thinking, how can you do what the big dogs are doing at your level? Think of, it's not that expensive to produce great long form content. It could be a blog post, a podcast, a YouTube video, whatever it is. If you can create that and repurpose that, you are playing the same game as they're doing. And we think, posting on social media every single day is what you need to do. You need to be consistent. Well, if you think about it the way that they're thinking about it, it's just a handful of campaigns per quarter. You know what I mean? And yeah, if you repurpose it, you do end up with like 3 to 5 posts a week, but it's really just 3 to 5 pieces of actual content that you have to create from scratch in a 90-day period.
That makes a ton of sense. 100%. That's great feedback. Thank you. And now we are going to transition into a little bit of a Bruce demo, see how Sarah would use Bruce or how she's using Bruce. You want to take it away now?
Yes, let me share my screen. All right, good to go. I'm going to go ahead and copy a link to the post that I want to repurpose here in Bruce today. It's going to be a blog campaign. So all you have to do on Bruce is get the link to the piece of long form content. If it's a video campaign, you just go ahead and upload it here. If it's a blog campaign, all you need is this shiny link. This is a post about Kim Kardashian and her Skims business.
Nice.
Okay, so don't come for me, all you Kim Kardashian haters, because I literally write about this all day. Okay.
Kim's cool. Everybody loves Kim, right?
Loved and hated, controversial. That's why I write about it, I can get clicks and views. Okay, so I write long form pieces about Kim Kardashian and her business empire. Bruce takes a few seconds to analyze my post and ingest it. And then I can go here and pick out different types of templates. So since I picked a blog post, I'm going to look for templates that have this more landscape image in them. So I went ahead and selected this one. This one looks like it's got a good landscape template. This one probably could be too. You can select up to 5. I kind of like this one too. Okay, so I selected 4. You hit submit, and then it's going to go ahead and build different posts based off of my blog post. And it's going to use my featured image, as you can see. And so at a glance, you're able to see, this is already a big up level from Canva, right? Like you can already see how your post is looking in all these different templates. And you can go in and edit it too. Like if I want to go in, I'm like, oh, hey, I kind of like how this one looks. I can edit different colors here. Change the color palette. Oh, yes. Now we're looking good. And you can go in and tweak specific aspects of the copy. Like, let's just say I'm like, you know, I don't really want to talk about it in terms of a blog. So I'm just going to take this out entirely. Okay. And move this, center this a little bit. Boom. Now that's exactly how I like it.
Nice.
Okay. And now this is ready to be scheduled. There we go. Pick your date and time. I'll post it next week, and I'll go for 9 a.m. And you can go ahead and select here where exactly you want it to post. So I'm just going to have it post to feed. And you can write in your own caption here. Check out my new blog on Kim Kardashian.
Nice.
Boop. And it's scheduled. And so you can go ahead and have multiple posts here. Like if you actually do like these and you're like, oh, actually this one has a summary. I totally want to share that one too. I'll go in and I'll schedule this. So that one I scheduled for next Thursday, I'll go ahead and schedule this for Monday because it actually took a part of my blog and added it here to this template. So you can see how this gets really cool, and you can end up with, I'll just junk caption for now. Publish to feed, and I need to select a time. It catches you.
Oh yeah, gotta make sure we got the right dates, times.
And so now I have 2 different posts promoting my blog scheduled for my Instagram. You can come see them here. And this took me a fraction of the time it would have taken me if I tried to string together a bunch of tools like Canva and ChatGPT and whatever scheduling software.
Yes.
And for someone like me who is not design friendly, I do not, spending time in Canva is what keeps me away from it. I can write these blog posts, but Canva's great, but it's hard for someone like me. Having these templates pre-built, easily customizable, I can see, a whole slate of them at a glance and pick some that I like. It's really handy. And if you really want to get into it on Bruce, you can have your branded templates. You can have your own template library in here. You can get pretty savvy with it if you want to really be enterprising, if you have like a formal business and a brand kit and stuff like that. So this is why I love Bruce right here. Is I just made 2 posts for my blog post, and it took me like 2 minutes while
That's
awesome.
That's awesome. It's always cool to see people using it and like trying it out and showing me how they're using it. I learn every single time. So I really appreciate seeing the demo.
Awesome. Yeah, y'all should try out Bruce. Check it out. There is a free trial available. So if you are skeptical or you just have a piece of long form content that's been sitting on your back burner that never got the love that it deserved, go ahead and give Bruce a try. Sign up, drop your link in, upload your video if it's a podcast or whatever, and check out the capabilities and just try it for yourself and see how easy it feels. And let Garland know, because he's super responsive and he'll support you. He will answer questions, and he just loves to hear your stories. So
absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Really appreciate it. As if, like she just said, if you feel like reaching out, you want to try the product, we can book a call, anything, let me know. Sarah, thank you again. Looking forward to seeing you in Atlanta. Are you coming?
Yes.
All right. So we got demo day in Atlanta coming up. So I'm really excited to do that. It's in like a week and a half. So I'll see you there. And also thank you for listening. If you've reached the end of the webinar, really appreciate you. If you have any questions, send them. And that is going to conclude the webinar. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Garland.